What's up, guys? So if you're watching this video, you're trying to learn about Megaman today, of course. Megaman is, in my opinion, a top tier character, one of the best in the game, one of the hardest characters and most time consuming characters to use, but you'll be rewarded heavily for using him. He has pretty good results everywhere, and he's a little bit under the radar right now because no top players that people are paying attention to are using him, but trust me on this. He is the definition of a zoner in this game, with great tools at mid-range and far range, multiple projectiles, lots of versatility, good disjoints, a kind of poor disadvantage state overall when he's getting juggled or he's off stage, amazing ledge trapping, good kill power, decent combos. He's forced to neutral a lot. He doesn't hit you once and blow you up often. His juggling is okay at best. He struggles with characters being in his face, and he really doesn't have any major weaknesses though. I think he's one of those characters that just, if the player is good, any potential weaknesses, like the fact that he's reliant on projectiles, so lingering hitboxes can destroy them and punish him, the fact that he's a little bit slower, all that stuff can be compensated through proper player skill. So with that said, I'm not the best Mega Man. This is a guide to help anyone who's not sure where to start with this character kind of figure out where they should start with and learn how to use all his moves, because he is a very difficult character to play, completely different from any other Smash character. With this said, let's go through all of his moves first and talk about how they work together to make his neutral game. So his jab is his best move, jab / forward tilt, mid-range projectile. There is a very important tech with this move, which I will link the video for in the description below, called macro canceling, which basically lets you cancel this into a jump, and you can cancel a jump into specials, air dodges, or attacks. So a basic combo with this, I messed it up, is very basic combo with that. 21 damage. You can get even more with that. You can go like air dodge, as you see. You can go for fair, and it doesn't look like it's faster if I do this. If I can get it. But that is faster than doing 1, 2, 3, then jump forward air. And there's so many mix-ups and combos and setups off of this. You can even set up like pseudo infinites and kill confirms if you have Metal Blade down by doing like. I'll try one more time. Okay, one more time for real. Whatever. You could set infinites and kill people if you pick up a Metal Blade during this. There's some crazy tech. You can jump in the air with this, of course, as well. Since this is a projectile, it will, of course, lose to other attacks. So it is very important to keep your space when doing this. Note that the close range butt hitbox knocks people back, and that's very important. You can catch jumps with this, and just be frustrating with it. And it's gotta be a constant mix-up with this character of when you use this, how you use this, if you use 1, 2, or 3, and when you do things like grabbing versus this and jumping back. And I know with most of these guys, I always have a tool that I focus on and say this how you condition people, but with Mega Man in particular, you need to pay attention to how your opponent reacts to this move. If you think about nothing else with Mega Man, think about how your opponent is responding to this. Are they jumping? Act accordingly, which we'll talk about later. Are they shielding? Act accordingly, etc., etc. Now, his other moves. Down tilt is a pretty poor move overall. He is intangible on the legs, as you see here, so that's useful. But otherwise, I wouldn't really say it's particularly great. Cross people up. It can be used as an anti-air sort of because he low profiles, and he goes decent distance. It's not too fast, but not too slow. It's good middle ground. But overall, it's one of his few options to escape the corner. So that's something. His dash attack's similar. It can also two-frame people. It's a better burst option, in my opinion, to just hit people in front of you, I think, but I could be wrong. You can cross people up with it, but it's overall a pretty lackluster move as well. These are more my emergency, like I need to get out of the corner right away, or I need to punish someone pressing a button right away, and I can't use projectile type moves. Up tilt is an amazing parry punish move. It comes out frame 6. If it's putting on his frame 5 to 8, can even jump afterwards if you go off stage. You can just grab ledge as well. If there's a platform above, you can jump onto platform, making it a lot safer. If you whip this move though, it is very laggy. Do not whip this move. Don't get too predictable going for parries with this as well. A lot of people will be like, I'm going to try to shield and parry with up tilt over and over. And then good players will say, I see that. Let me just not jump to the aerial. I'm sorry if there's a vacuum cleaner in the background. I don't choose when my family decides to use vacuum cleaners. Yeah, it's a very powerful move. Can also be used as an anti-air sort of. Someone's above you, but that's not too great. Even just going for some things like run up where you spot dodge or roll up tilt is a viable option. His other grounded moves. Also, let's mention his grab. His grab isn't that great. It has decent range, decent start. I believe it's a frame 6 grab. You have basic combos off of it. His back throw can kill, and his up throw kills at certain percents. But you're really just using grabs when you feel like you have to deal with so much shielding. Now, his smashes. Down smash is pretty lackluster in my opinion. I don't think you could use this too much. Maybe you can use the 2 frame or catch rolls and ledge jump and regular get up, but there's better options probably than using down smash. Forward smash got significantly buffed from Smash 4 and is actually a good move now. Doesn't have that much end lag. It is a transcendent projectile, meaning you cannot flank it with other attacks. You charge it, becomes bigger, and goes farther. And it is okay kill power. Nothing crazy, but the angle knocks people out is really good for edge guarding. And a lot of times I find myself using this as a hard read punish when I want to whiff punish someone or anti-air them. Like you jumping in, dash back forward smash. Or I see you go dash in, forward smash. And sometimes charging is good too to catch people off guard who want to show the startup of it. Because there's good startup on the moves, like probably 18 to 20 frame startup. Yeah, overall, a pretty good move. Don't let this get reflected on Megaman, because you will just die in that case. Up smash is a very good move. Comes out of frame 8. It has a scooping hitbox that goes pretty far, surprisingly, for Megaman's size. Yeah, this goes pretty far. Since it lingers for a bit, it's good for catching air dodges. You can use a little bit early to catch rolls or jump ins. There's some dish around. It has good kill power too. You can't really combo into it, or you can combo off of it, but it does let you follow up with some juggles like that into an up air is pretty solid. And I actually like this up smash a lot in general, but just don't whiff it. I use it when I know I'm gonna hit it, because if I whiff this move, actually, it's if you whiff it and your opponent's on the ground, it's pretty laggy. But if someone's in the air and if they jump away from it, then it's fine to whiff it because you're forced to jump, and at that point you still hold advantage state. But yes, remember, 8 frame up smash out of show with good range. Very good punish tool. This is probably a best way to deal with people pressuring you besides just jumping away from the situation. Now, that's it for his grounded moves. His aerial moves, his forward and his back air are actually very similar moves. They're both disjoints with good kill power. Forward air is the sort of kind of arcs, and I think it's good for ledge trapping in particular and kill people when they're doing regular get-ups. And I think back air is otherwise just a better option normally. They buffed it from Smash 4 where it's bigger now, and now if you hit someone in the air with it, Megaman kind of pauses in the air so they don't fall out as often, even if you do like this. You can actually do a combo where you drag down back air up tilt, and you have to drag down 1-2. Like that is a combo as you see there. At least it should be. And yeah, it's a really solid anti-air. Note that Megaman has amazing air acceleration, so he's able to drift around easily, so a good strategy if you're trying to anti-air someone with this move, but they have a bigger hitbox than you with, say, a sword, is you jump at them, drift back, because your drift back is so quick, and then whiff the attack and whiff punish them with this. Because it's so powerful, it's an amazing trump tool. You will kill people regularly at like 100 with this move. Amazing tool for trumping people, amazing for edge guarding. Probably his best aerial overall. It's just an absolutely phenomenal move. Comes out frame 4 as well. Has quite a bit of landing lag though, so don't whiff with this move. Even and lag in general is kind of bad on this move, so you don't want to whiff with it. That's fine. Megaman is a character that plays very reactionary overall. Forward air functions similarly at back air. Comes out frame 9, I believe, so it's much slower. A bit less end lag on it though. There's a good amount of landing lag on this move as well, but not as much as back air. And this is a generally better move to throw out than back air if you're not sure if you're going to hit the opponent. It does less damage as well. I mentioned it's good for ledge trapping because of how fast it is and how it arcs as well. So like a very simple ledge trap tactic is just do this. We want to kill someone. So like at the ledge you're going to do a lot of the lemons, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, lemons, some leaf shows up a little bit later, and then suddenly forward air people. Neutral air we talked about, because that's his jab. His down air is a really good spike, even though it's a projectile, so it can be reflected and absorbed. It beats other hitboxes due to some sort of property on it, so it's actually amazing to just dunk people with this. It goes really far. It comes out surprisingly fast at 23. It's not that fast, but it covers a lot of distance, and it moves faster than people expect, I think. So You can catch people off guard with it. There's not too much end lag on it. And I think with off-stage gameplay in general is going to be go off-stage, try and back your people, and then you force them low, you just down air them and they're dead. It has very high power, so you're killing somebody him with down air. And even if the first one doesn't kill him, Megaman's recovery is so good that he can go for a second down air if the first one hits him but doesn't kill. Vacuum meters. So like that is very viable. Just make sure to jump after the first down air if you don't want to die. And then up air it's his only tool that really hits high above him from the air, and it's not really that great in my opinion. It doesn't have that much of a wide hitbox anymore. It definitely got side graded from Smash 4 because it no longer hits that much to sides, but in exchange it kills more reliably. It is a projectile, but it goes very high up, so like this should kill him. Almost. Yeah, it kills much more reliably. It has a lot of end legs, so if you whiff this move, your advantage state's basically gone. Like if I do full up air, I can't do anything. I have to land with all that landing lag, and there's a lot of landing lag on this move. So I do not recommend trying to fish for this move when someone's jumping at you. I definitely recommend reusing this move if someone's way above you and you can use a double jump so you avoid the landing lag on it. But keep that in your mind. It can definitely blow people up. If they're on platforms, it's pretty good too, because people have trouble knowing when to drop shield versus this move, and a lot of times they'll like jump at the wrong time and get caught by up air and dragged up, and then you can lead into another up air and start shooting people with up airs until they're dead. For his specials, his leaf shield got hella buffed. You can no longer cancel it with grabs, rolls, not cancel, but you can no longer grab, roll, spot dodge during it, but it now comes out frame 7. It combos very reliably if you just walk forward. And the leaves no longer disappear. It still cuts through projectiles when you release it, and you can hold it for a few seconds. When you let go of holding it, it shoots out, goes really far. For some reason at the ledge, if you do this, your jump gets cancelled. So ledge jump leaf shield is actually an amazing tool to escape ledge pressure. Look how far you go. Like look at this distance. It doesn't have much range, so most attacks of this base rate would beat it out. There's even some distance on them. But that's fine. Do this. Turn around. And one thing to know about this move is very unsafe on block. So if you see someone blocking this move, it is very important to jump away. You have to go like this. He's blocking, jump back. Make sure not to buffer. Turn around is kind of tricky to do. I normally do like jump, then drift back, and then stop holding back so I don't buffer the turnaround to make sure I keep facing them and shoot the leaf shield at them. You can even use this as like an air-to-air tool. You jump at someone with this. You can cover an air dodge really well. Sometimes people fall out of the move if you're not moving forward or if you're falling in the air with it, so keep that in mind. And if they fall out of the move, they can generally just mash a button and hit you for it, and that really sucks. Side B is an okay projectile. It's more a situation than the other ones. If you shoot it and it hits the stage, like that wall there, it becomes a proximity mine actually. So that's pretty good. I guess I was told it becomes proximity mine. So yeah, that's a really solid option. And just in general, leaving it there can be annoying when people trying to recover. But the biggest use for the move is actually when someone's respawning. You see his edge guarding game is amazing right there. But yeah, when someone's invincible, you can still latch them with that. So now it's going to explode while they're no longer invincible. You can combo off that. A lot of people are going to be tempted to shield it, and at that point you can go for shield pressure setups, including pokes with like a back air. Maybe try to break it with a charged smash, or like a Z-blade drop into something, or you can call them out, trying to roll, spot dodge, etc. and punish them. Of course, if they pass through you, they can transfer the Crash Bomber to you. Just keep that in mind. And overall, I mainly find Megaman players using it to catch someone respawning, because why not? A very simple strategy is just up B, do that, and then like stay there so they can jump away and then mix up their landing. Neutral B is probably his most technical move, honestly, because it's an item and you can do a lot of cool stuff with it. Just a very simple thing you can do with this is Z-drop up tilt, and that can kill people. You can loop it by catching this with the jab and then throwing it down, doing an up tilt, and there's a lot of crazy stuff you can do with that. As a projectile itself, though, it's whatever. It can shield poke. It does okay damage. Doing 12 there. You can combo off of it into like a back air sometimes or forward air. Back air is better though because back air comes so much faster. You see forward air combos there. And it's an okay projectile, but I'm mainly using this move to Z-drop, including picking it up with your forward tilt and then Z-dropping off of it. It's also pretty good as a pressure tool though when you mix it in with the jabs. Like this is a legit good pressure option. Especially versus characters that aren't short. Short characters who can avoid that, you definitely don't want to use it versus. You can angle it down, of course, as well. So a nice pressure tool is just going like that. And that's actually a great landing option in general when you don't want to do this because you can't hit someone that diagonal. It's just, there we go. You can choose to drift back with this, you can go like that and then drift back. And the versatility on being able to move after doing this and angling so much is what makes it good. If you use it as a projectile tool. His up B is quite a good up B. It's interesting because on paper it doesn't seem that good, but because Megaman's air acceleration and speed is so nice, he's not a big character, and he's a lower heavyweight slash upper midweight character, he's able to take some risks. He's able to mix up his up Bs really well. Like in disadvantage, your recovery options are so versatile. You can up B and do like the jump, the air dodge. You can choose instead to jump and then air dodge, jump up B instead of up B jump. Like since this is putting the free flow, you can do anything you want after this up B. It's as if you just jumped. If you have the Russian stage, you can land on top of it and then you get double jump back and up B back. So like right here, it's as if I touch the stage, and it's insane. If someone's like above you too high and you want to chase them, you can do up B, chase them really hard. And so there isn't really a place you cannot chase when you utilize this up B. And that's what's crazy about this tool for advantage state. Because you can always mix people up. You can go for an up air, you can go for a back air, whatever you want. This does cancel end lag as you noticed as well, so I do this up air. No lag. So that's a very valid strategy. And yeah, overall it's one of those moves where I think it lets you be very creative with Mega Man. There's no one way to use it. And don't think of it just as a recovery. Think of it as a mobility option that happens to be his recovery tool. So now we have all these moves covered. How do you actually play his game plan? So I mentioned before his neutral is all about these lemons and using these lemons to condition people. And once you condition people, now you know how all the moves work. You should be able to understand how they flow together. Use this to condition people. If someone's jumping at you, you use this. If you do this in Blue Leaf Shield, you hit them, cool damage. But if they block it, you jump back. If you see they're gonna shield, you can grab them or set up some metal-based shenanigans. If you think they're gonna roll and you're very confident, you can go for an up tilt or up smash. If someone's a little bit too far away or you're confident they're gonna run to attack, you can forward smash. Or if they're doing a lingering hitbox, you can dash back forward smash because the lingering hitbox would beat the lemons. Like I say, anti-air with this and this, maybe even this. As I mentioned before, you really want to corner them, so when you can, you throw them into the corner, and then you start harassing them in the corner with this, this. Note there is a lingering hitbox on the move that's weak. Mix up some grabs in the corner. When they're off stage, be very confident in going off stage with this character. This character's ledge trapping game is good, but his off stage edge guarding game is amazing, absolutely crazy good. Just don't be afraid to do it. Because he's not likely to get edge guard either as long as you play off stage properly. You can also use this for ledge trapping people, as I mentioned before, so just all these ledge trapping tools in general. When he's at the ledge, I mentioned that his best option that isn't just like a regular get up, jump, whatever default options are, is probably that. This is also a decent option, ledge jump fair, but I don't think it's as good as the jump down B. Note that if you do like a roll and someone misses the grab, turn up tilt's amazing to punish them. When people are pressuring you, you generally just want to escape using either up smash as shield or just up being and jumping away. Like it's very valid to just do block and attack, jump away, reset neutral. There you go. it's such a good option because he's so fast in the air. When you're being juggled, it's very important, like I said, to use this up B. You're not going to challenge people when you're landing because his down air is the only really option to land and top people with. I guess down B, but most up airs and just really any attacks will beat this move out. So you can't land top people with it in this game like you couldn't before, in my opinion. What else with this character? Yeah, I think that's the game plan. It's a simple game plan, and it's very matchup dependent as a result. Because when you're fighting a character, say for example Fox, who has jump in nair, you're gonna rely a lot more on your back air anti-airs, and you're grabbing his landings and up smashing and forward smashing his landings as opposed to pellets. But when you fight a character such as Ganondorf, you rely a lot more on controlling this mid-range with the pellets and not letting him move and press buttons in the first place, and making sure to react to his down Bs because that's how he blows up your projectiles. And it all depends on the matchup for that reason on what you have to do. And I think that's about it. If you have questions for Mega Man, let me know. I try my best to answer them. I hope this guide just gives you an understanding of where to start with this character and how to use his moves. And from that point on, just be creative. Remember, it's one of the hardest characters in the game to play, and that's for a good reason.